Good evening, everyone. This is Tony from Phantasmic Chronicles, and I am joined by Danny of Two Real Geeks, and this is World of Randomness. And welcome in, Jonathan Chong. How are you this
What's up,
evening?
Jonathan? How are you?
Danny, how are you?
I'm tired.
You're tired. Rough day.
No, this is why.
Danny, the editing machine.
Oh my god.
Hey,
I can't.
I can only I can't even imagine your pain. I mean,
Honestly, it's not bad. It's not that bad.
I spent almost 2 days editing that Cedar Point video, which has
There's
done
like,
really well.
yeah,
Yeah, the
the
list.
list is right. But you know what though? You know, Tony, when I go out to like Six Flags or something, how fast do I get that video out? Usually by the next day.
Yeah.
So it's really not doing POVs is nothing. Like, honestly, I've been spitting out maybe 5 a night.
Yeah,
Running them,
especially when you're
scheduling them. Like tonight, this is a nice break for me because I don't have to sit here and edit because I know tomorrow, like the next 3 days, are uploaded already. So
yeah, POVs are nice just because of the fact that it's a straight through video. You don't have all sorts of pieces parts to put together and find where you did this part, find where you did that part, make it all make sense.
unless you're me, and you
Well,
have to go back in through all your Disney videos and find where those POVs were.
well, that's true as well. Yeah, and for when people don't edit, hey Lisa, welcome in.
Hey Lisa.
But people that don't edit don't understand that when you shoot, when you are somewhere, you may be filming something at 5 o'clock in the evening that may come back at the beginning of your video instead of like a little secret with mine. I rode Raptor twice that day.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I rode it, I says, give a review of it because, it's my favorite coaster after we get off. Well, I forgot to do it when we got off that time. So when we got off the second time, I was like, ooh, here's my chance to catch that great ride, never fails to,
Right.
And I was like, is it going to show up? Is it going to be apparent that, well, it's a lot darker now than it was when you said that?
Well, it's funny because you say that because a lot of the times I'll get into the park to Six Flags or something, and we won't do we won't shoot the opening until like, all right, we'll find a certain spot in it. But it throws me off. I'm not gonna lie. If I don't do my opening the first thing, it throws me off.
Yeah.
Because it kind of like, sets it up like, okay, we're doing this, let's go. But
yeah, it does set the mood.
Yeah. But if I'll do it or someplace random in the park, but then I'm like, okay, I have to remember where that was. So when I edit this, I have to put it to the beginning.
So. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I had three different intros that I had to go through before I figured out exactly how I wanted to do it.
Just three?
Yeah, just three. I actually, the first couple was like, hey, this is hamana, hamana, hamana. And it's like, okay, start back over. And then, and
if I shown you some of the intro like bloopers that we have, you'd be like, what? Like, I thought you were better at this.
Well, and it's like when we got off of Steel Vengeance, it's, 2 years in a row, it came in #1 and #2 roller coaster in the world, so I don't know what to expect going into it. And I rode this thing and I was so blown away by it. I didn't even get I didn't even get my camera out until I was almost a quarter of the way across the park. And I'm like, I really need to talk about this roller coaster because because first time I rode it.
Yeah.
Because Brandon said to me twice, he goes, you going to talk about Steel Vengeance? You going to talk about, and I'm like I'm still trying to take it in, because in a way it's kind of like yours, the Daredevil dive. Hey, Lena, how are you?
What's up, Lena?
Is that the roller coaster you have, the 90-degree drop? Is that
that's Daredevil dive?
Okay. Well, imagine it at 205 feet. It's screaming.
Yeah.
you know, and my heart's racing and my blood pressure's up because I was so excited when I got off, because it's one of those ones when you get off, you want to get back in line for.
Right.
And it was like we had to go to the other side of the park to hit the coasters that had no wait. And finally, I was like, okay, let's stop and let's record this, and then let's break it down. So yeah, there's several parts in there where the transitions, when you watch it, feels like, hey, well, I just got off of this, now we'll talk about it. And that was the hard part when editing. How do I make it feel organic? I mean, it is organic because, you know, I'm talking on camera, but make it feel like it flows naturally. And that
Right.
was where I struggled. And that's why it took me 2 full days to get it out, because I sat there and I got mad at it. I screamed at it. I cussed at it. And, you know, I told you there was, and I think I finally got the program stopped, but it was just slowing everything down, bogging down. I couldn't get my videos to open up. And then when I did, I wouldn't have any audio with it. And then I had to restart it. And finally, I just put it down about halfway through. And then I realized I was using the wrong software to begin with.
Yeah.
That's what really made me mad. I was over halfway through with that video when I realized I can't find my transitions. I was using the video editor program that comes stock with every
With Windows.
computer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that it happens. It definitely does. Like, it took me a while to. I started off with Windows Movie Maker, then I was like, oh, what am I doing? It's not a name,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Then somebody was like, oh, I have Adobe. You can. Then I used Adobe. I was like, oh, heck no. I went back to Windows Movie Maker, and then I tried other things, and then I went back to Windows Movie Maker. So much easier.
Well, I mean, I do have Filmora Wondershare 9. I mean, it's a great program. I had someone give it. The problem is there's too much. There's too much. I'm making, you know, I'm editing down a few hours worth of footage and making a 30-minute premiere.
Yeah.
I don't need all those bells and whistles and having to click on 6 things to get to what I need.
I mean, they're good, but like, I'm learning new things in my program all the time.
Yeah. And that's
go
the
watch
thing.
my Gotham video, the Gotham City video, you know, and you'll definitely see that I've learned that there was new features on there that Adobe would do too for me, and the way that it does it on there was a lot easier than me doing it on Adobe. Because in Adobe, I would have to say, okay, from this point to this point, drag it in and set. You know, it'll be so much, instead of saying, okay, this point to this point, do this, and that's it.
Yeah. If I ever get done with this, if I ever use this program and I'm not satisfied with what I put up, then I'll consider changing. But I'm really happy with the video I put out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got
see the one you're using. I would use it because you do have more filters and things like that in there. Like, all right, hold on. Let me pull this up here.
Okay.
Let me share this with you. Screen one, audio share. Okay. So this is what I'm using. Okay, this is Windows Movie Maker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just click that, and now I can literally just bring in, like, man, you're all watching where I put things now. Okay, now this is my whole secret, you know, organization, how I do it. wait, no, don't look at those. Now you all know what's coming up.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go into this, right? So my black camera, this is all my dump for my camera, okay?
Uh-huh.
So now I can, let's just say I'm going to take the first row, okay?
Okay.
I'll open it and put it here. Now, yeah, like, okay, it's telling me it's preparing. It's just, you know, rendering to the program. Fine. Let me hide that. So, I mean, all right, so this one here, right? That finished first. I'll just use that right now. So you see how the difference in this is already, right? So now I'm gonna split this in half. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move it to the halfway, right there, right? I'll do this because I know this audio is fine. I don't. So we do this. I wanted to start it there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna split it. That, this, remove that, and now it's right to where I wanted it.
Yep.
I want to add music. Add music. Current point. I do that. That's the theme, right? And I want it to stop right there, right? Music. I can split it now too. I found this one out. Is I can split the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can drag it in and say, hey, I want it to go start up again there.
Okay.
Or I can go back, do that, right? I can say, end it there. But now, you notice how I also on the music, when I'm doing the music, how, yeah, Jonathan, it's the old Windows Movie Maker. Really, you can't make it. This is so much easier than anything else I've dealt with to edit. Like, it's all right there, you know. And this is a free version too. You know, everything I've done since day one's been on this. So, like for the music, I can have it fade in slow, or you know, I can do no. Usually, I do no fade in for the beginning, but then I'll do a slow fade out. Where I don't know if you heard it or anything, but let me do. So you hear the music normal, right? So I'll go here and you'll hear it. Let me do this. You see, I can also change the volume on the video itself.
Yeah.
And the music volume too. So you do it this way, you'll hear it fade in and out a little bit. See?
Yeah.
Or you just do the fast fade out. And it's perfect. The visual
that's
effect.
all I did for my intro.
That's what I found the other day was all these. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So really, I can't go wrong with this. I can't go wrong with this at all.
No, I mean, as long as something that.
Yeah, but for you, you get the one you have is more like an Adobe version, kind of, where you have the different rows. You can separate the audio and everything on yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't need all that for what I'm doing. I don't need to separate audio from it. The more I have there, it makes it a lot more that I want to play with, you know, and I about getting a video out quick, you know. See, but yours, your transitions, you have a whole lot more transitions on yours.
Yeah. And let's see. Just trying to share something here. Whatever reason.
Yeah, Jonathan, I don't know why they changed it anyways either. Like they should. It was so much user friendly. Like, and it offered so much. And Tony left. Yeah, right, Jonathan. That's what I feel too. Is that the fade in and outs are a lot more complicated. And look, I like to keep it easy and simple. There you go. There he is. He's back.
Random.
What'd you do? Close the browser?
And all of a sudden, it says that sometimes the browser will crash on with Windows 10 with this when you try and share. And I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. What's up, Baxter? How are you?
Hey, Bax, welcome in. So I don't know why it's not wanting to.
What do you have it set as default to open with?
Yeah, it will not let
program?
me. For some reason, it will not share that video. I was just going to bring out my intro video, you know, how I created it. Then I layered in a delay and a fade out and a fade in. And, you know, mine is a lot like yours, only it's a lot more compact. Everything comes up underneath in a long straight line.
Your version of Windows Movie Maker is a little more into it a little more. Like you're able to insert photos and things with the video and things like that. I can't do that. I can't do that. But you know what? Hey, Danny, what's going on? Griswold Family Vacay. How are you?
Danny? How are you?
So with your Windows Movie Maker, yeah, you can do that. Like sometimes I wish I could. Like, oh, okay, but realistically, how often am I going to do that? Is it worth me upgrading? And no, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I wanted you to see something, I'll put a picture up real quick and take it away. You know, I'll adjust how long it's up. Yeah,
that's how mine looks right there when I start.
Yeah, mine. My first screen is how it looked when like my screen's ready to go when I first bring it up.
Now, I see mine is HD Movie Maker. I think I might have a different program than you.
I think I'm looking at it. I think it's the same thing.
Because the free version looks exactly like this as well.
Yeah.
The only difference is a lot of these over here, the options, they're like light gray.
Okay.
You can't click on them.
There's so many options out there for free movie makers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the one I use, I can upload in HD. Upload in
will give you 1080 or 720.
1080.
Okay, because the free version of this one only gives you 720. So that's why I'm thinking that. Because remember, I got this when me and you talked when I was trying to work through using the video editor when I was doing my first upload, which was I think it was the How to Save for Vacations. And you're like, I use Windows Movie Maker, and then I did a search for Windows Movie Maker, and I come up with this HD Movie Maker, and then to upgrade it, like I said, was $9.99. For $9.99, why not? You know, especially considering the fact a lot of these programs that have everything this has, you're talking about $100.
I don't like yours. Yours gives you the whole straight through bar on the bottom, right? Where you got to zoom in and out. I don't like that bar. The way mine, if that did it the way that mine does it, I would be fine. I'd be happy. I would use it. I like that whole box on the side.
Now, the reason why I like that one of mine is because when you open it up, I mean, you've done all the filming. So when you see the little snippets, you know, the pictures in each one, you got a good idea of exactly what that is. So you can move everything into position before you even start.
Right.
And then open it up and then add all your
thing with yours is if you wanted to do a transition, you got to do it before the clip, right?
If I bring it, let me see if I can get that back up here.
We're like an editing support stream tonight.
It's random.
Exactly.
Are you able to see the screen right now?
Yeah.
All right. If I create a new project.
Yeah.
Going to bed? My wife's going to bed.
Good night.
Good night.
So if I go and add my clips,
Yeah.
let me just grab the one that I worked with the other day. It'll take it a second, but you'll see them start dropping in down at the bottom. See how they're starting to fill in?
Do they drop in quick on that one?
Usually, but I think because I got
You got so
StreamYards
much
running and I'm sharing.
Okay.
But yeah, as it drops in, it's dropping it in the order that I filmed.
See, this how it is down here, I don't like that. It's just personal.
Yeah.
Like I don't like having it straight across like that, where I have to do everything like individual, and then it like shrinks it down and all that. See, at least this way, I have the box on the side, and I can just scroll down with it staying the same size. I can scroll down, I can see what the scene is, I know what it is and everything. I just click on the scene, I add the transition right on top of it, and I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
I can add the text into it. I can add a title screen. I can add photos, but this this bothers me.
Yeah.
And I have not yet have seen any other program that does what Windows Movie Maker does with the box on the side.
Yeah. Well, the video editor does it all the same, but like you said, I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of that, just because, but just like you said, it becomes
like
too much.
When I showed it to you guys just now, like you saw how it was. Like it stays that way. It doesn't start shrinking itself into it. It just makes the list longer. But to me, that's fine, because I can just when I'm working it, like I'll go through it and work it that way. I'm like, okay, I want to edit. I want to splice it here. So I just pause it, hit M, go back to where I was, hit M. It'll cut it and I'll bring it back into where I want it, hit M again, and just remove that. And it brings it all together on its own.
Yeah, I did find that it encodes it and everything really well.
Yeah.
And it does exactly what I need, but it is time consuming. It takes a while. Hang on a second. Hey. 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 Take him out. Dog's going to drive me nuts. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got a dog that's
around over there.
Yeah, tiny dancer over here. I just loaded up 3 videos. Let me bring this up real quick because you asked a question and I just kind of want to show you how.
Yeah.
If you look at my video here, if I just click on the first one, click on transition, and I put that there, and then when it starts, you'll see the wave.
See, okay. But it won't give you a list of all your transitions, though. Like you can't like preview them before you click them, though, right?
You mean how they look?
Yeah.
No, it unfortunately it does not.
With mine, I can actually hover over it, and it'll show me what it'll look like before I click it. So realistically, I'm not wasting time. Like I'm just going through. I'm like, okay,
hey, welcome in, Snowball dude.
Hey, Snowball. So I go over it. I'm looking, and I'm not wasting my time by clicking. Okay, that didn't work. Let me click this one, and I'll click.
Yeah.
Just like I showed you with the effects on it. Like I just hovered over them, and it changed it automatically to like it'll go to the beginning of the clip, and it'll show you from there.
Yeah.
But hey, look, it's each other's preference. As long as you make it where it looks good, that's all. It doesn't matter what you use.
Yeah, and you know what? I guarantee you, we can talk to 20 people, and 20 people use 20 different programs with the same results.
You'll have the Adobe guy. You'll have, the premieres and whatever, the Fillmores or whatever, you'll get 20 different things. You'll get some that you never even heard of before. You get the guys that, well, actually, this is what I don't get is how can you sit there and edit on this?
A lot of people do it.
I can't.
I can't
First
either.
Of all, this, you know how much space that eats up?
Yeah.
And where are you saving those videos to, though? That's my thing is I'm that person where I need to know that I have that backed up somewhere.
Yeah.
Not for the case, whatever. It's on YouTube, whatever. That's fine. It's not going to go anywhere. I get it. But what if I wanted to go back in there and take a clip out of there? Point in case what I'm doing now with these Disney POVs.
Yeah.
I'm going back into videos from Disney and taking them from there. If I had them on my phone, I wouldn't be saving those.
No,
they would just be videos and done.
Yeah, and I need to invest in a external hard drive.
I have one, but I filled it up already.
Well, I've got two clouds. I've got a Google One cloud, and I've got the cloud that comes with your Windows. And I've got them about full. And I don't want to fill my computer up on top of it. And the thing is, with I don't know what this is called. One cloud.
You saw my hard drive when I was pulling up a video, the stuff there. Like that's just a lot of stuff on a hard drive right now. Like that's about the point where I'll start transferring the stuff to another.
That's what we're saying, Lisa. Yeah, Yeah. I've tried, Danny. I've tried. I had some of the.
Listen, I've never tried just because of what Lisa's saying is I will go nuts. Okay.
If you go back and you look at my videos that I put up from Disney.
Yeah.
I did Festival Fantasy Parade and one other one. I had to change a couple things with them, because I took them like this instead of like this. So the program I had that would rotate it and stretch it properly was on my phone.
Right.
And something that simple, I was like, nope, I will never, ever do this again. Never.
So like Jonathan says he edits on his phone. Jonathan, I give you credit for it, buddy. I really do.
But
I can't.
There are some people that don't even own a computer anymore. I mean, really, if you can do it, if you're a YouTuber and you can edit on your phone, you don't have a need for a laptop.
Right.
Good night. Want to tell everybody good night?
Good night.
Good night, Caitlin. There's ways to do it, but realistically, like like Jonathan's saying, it's good for tiny edits.
Yeah.
Hi, have you seen my channel? There's nothing tiny about my videos usually. Imagine me editing my Disney videos from last year on my phone.
Oh,
do you remember how long they were?
Yeah. And not for nothing, I know one person in particular that a lot of times does their filming, goes right out to their car. Hey, good night, Danny. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
I think she was saying good night to Caitlin.
Oh, well, hey, good night, Caitlin. My thing is I know someone for a fact that will do their stuff in the park.
Yeah.
Well, transfer it to their phone and edit it, put it out right then and there.
Yeah.
It's up within an hour. And it's possible that they don't do it all.
I know someone that does that too, and it's one of the bigger YouTubers.
Yes. So I think we're talking about the same person.
There's a couple that do it.
Yeah, and the thing is, they look great. The edits are great, but you know what? You almost have to be a 20-something, that's never really had to get their laptop or their desktop out to do something.
Yeah, but also at the same time, is uploading from your phone takes forever.
Yeah. Yeah, like, my phone on 4G is like 30 megs a second. When I'm sitting at home, I'm sitting at almost 200 a second.
Yeah.
Oh, which one am I going to do?
Yeah.
And especially what I don't get is you have an, and maybe they do it over Wi-Fi, but if you're using,
But
maybe they're
let's
editing
say
it
you're at
and then,
Disney and you're using Disney Wi-Fi, or let's not even use Disney because whatever. You're at Six Flags using Six Flags Wi-Fi. That is the worst. You'll
you
be
ever,
there for 3 years to upload a video in front of Six Flags.
you ever done a speed test within Six Flags to see what they run at?
No, but I should do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I did it. I did a speed test when I was there because I wanted to do Instagram Live
Yeah.
and it clocked around 6.5, 7, which I mean is pretty good for a park, I think. But then again, it's dead. Not a lot of people. I was able to put out 2 really crystal clear Instagram videos. I don't know what it would have done if I'd have went live on YouTube, but
From Disney?
no, from Cedar Point,
Oh, okay.
which 7 megs on public park Wi-Fi. That's pretty good.
But realistically, at some point like that, like I have unlimited data on my phone. I have unlimited everything. So I'm not really worried. So I'm curious to see what the new StreamYards, if I do it through my phone, if I can actually go live in the park with the new StreamYards.
Now, have you played around with StreamYards over your mobile yet?
No, that's what I'm saying is I'm wondering if I can do that
not
now.
very user friendly. Walt from Mouse Talk went live the other day for a test stream because he was playing around with Streamlabs and he's like, I can't change the camera setting and stuff. I was like, well, I'll take a look at it, because he said he was going live later at night.
Right.
Started looking. It's got, how like when you're in here in StreamYards, everything's like a drop down menu. You arrow drop down. Now, mine, the S10 has multiple cameras. StreamYards recognizes 4 cameras on my phone.
Oh, geez.
A 0 and a 2, front and rear. Which one's 0 and which one's 2? Now, I played around with it and I figured out that the 0 is your wide angle, and 2 is your regular camera. But you got to go down. You got it up on your gimbal, and you got to reach up and you got to click the settings button. Then it opens up a settings screen. Then you got to click on camera, the drop down, and it shows me all 4 of my cameras: front, back. And I choose which one. But it's not like on Streamlabs or even on YouTube where you just hit that little circular arrow and it flips.
Right.
And you know what? They'll figure it out. StreamYard has a moneymaker here. I mean, they do.
Yeah. They'll get it.
It's probably the largest used platform out there right now. You can't go to a live stream and not see it.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, I'm glad you're not leaving yet.
It's like everybody that you like. How many of these ducks do you see in streams? Yep. A lot.
And they came in. It was a perfect storm. Google Hangouts was what a lot of people were using to go out live with multiple people. As soon as you heard that Google Hangouts was going away, about a week before, you started seeing all these StreamYards pop up. And it was relatively new. I mean, it was glitchy and people had problems with it. But you know what? Now, if someone asked you, hey, would you use Streamlabs, StreamYard, Prism? There's a couple other.
Yeah, I'm going to StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm going to go StreamYard.
What's Streamlabs? Streamlabs is a thing of the past now.
Well,
only Streamlabs are people on Twitch.
Yeah, well, and people that are live streaming without being able to use YouTube, like when they're out and about, because StreamYard is not there yet. StreamYard, I guarantee you they're working on it. As soon as it is available in an app, StreamYard is going to just about take over.
Oh yeah,
because I think it is.
I think it's
one of the best platforms out there.
Honestly, I see it becoming an app.
I mean, you fix that one, because anytime you want to stream and you got to stream to a web page instead of through an app,
Yeah.
you're going to have problems. The app is going to be geared down to do exactly what it's supposed to. When you're having to go through, a protocol to get to where you need to be, you're going to have problems like trying to get to your settings and trying to change your cameras where,
Right.
like I said, you're on the YouTube app or you're on Streamlabs, you just tap the screen and it changes your camera.
Exactly.
Now I was hearing, let's see. Oh, Danny, you use Prism? Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because I know that when you were at Silver Dollar City, I wasn't getting, when you guys went live, I got none of your notifications when you guys were at the park. And it's got to be a glitch between them and YouTube, that algorithm that they send to YouTube that you're starting up to send out the notifications. And it's probably a simple fix for them, too. It's just a matter of, is it worth it for them to do it? To program that glitch out of it. So, why fix something if people are using it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I have played around with Streamlabs. I don't get it. Streamlabs is not user friendly.
I used it at first, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't like it.
But for you, you're like me. You don't really go live outside of the house. I mean, the last time I remember you going live outside of the house was Fright Fest.
Yeah, but then that's the problem is how spotty was that? I tried it also at holiday for around Christmas time. Again, I was like, all right, maybe I can get this to work. Like that, Christmas time, I had the whole, YouTube go live and all of that. And so I'm like, all right, let's try this again. And nope, I tried it with the Wi-Fi off and everything, and no.
Like is when I'm Danny, I'm sure you could have a separate account for your computer and for your phone.
Yeah, you can,
but it won't be attached to this. It won't be attached to the same YouTube account.
Yeah, no.
Because you have to use the same email as you use for YouTube.
But you can.
Oh, that's fine, Lisa.
You can also say to go live on YouTube, but on a different channel. Also, so like, I can go live on my end through my account, but I can put it onto your YouTube if you gave me your information to go live on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. When you the thing about StreamYards compared to even the YouTube app is it's simple point and click to set up your stream.
Yeah.
You go to the settings and you want to create a broadcast. You tell it if you want to start right then or schedule for later, and that's it. You don't have to do much else in that.
Right.
With Streamlabs, I can't go into Streamlabs. I haven't found a way, and maybe I'm just missing it. You can't go into Streamlabs and schedule an account or schedule a live stream to schedule it into YouTube. Am I wrong? You have to go to YouTube and schedule it, and then you have to go to Streamlabs and schedule it.
No, I think you can actually.
I've looked and
There's
looked.
a way to do it. I remember doing it. Well, no. You're right. You got to create it through YouTube.
Yep, and then start it in Streamlabs.
From Streamlabs. Yeah. That's yeah.
And see, I don't know if I've ever talked about it on here. I think I've told you before, Danny. The night that I tried to stream Happily Ever After at Disney, I went all the way back by Splash Mountain. I had my live stream scheduled. I had everything set up. I got out the gimbal, set up the phone and everything. Went to Streamlabs and hit start streaming. Everything crashed.
Gotcha.
So I was like, you know what? I'm done. Now, if I'd had something like StreamYard here, I schedule it right there and I hit go live on my end and I know it's going to work. I've never had it not work.
Maybe I'll try going live tomorrow in the park, the way I'm saying it. maybe if I'm feeling adventurous.
Even if it's for a few minutes, just to see how it works.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see, like maybe towards the end of my day or something. I'll do that.
Yeah, as long as you already have your camera set up to go to the rear, and you could do that all in there.
Well,
before you
I just
start.
looked at it through my phone here, and it actually tells me front and rear because I only have 2 cameras on my phone. There's one on the front facing, and then that one there.
Well, that's pretty helpful then.
Yeah,
you only have to worry about 2 cameras.
and it actually told me front and rear. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah,
you won't have to fight with it the way I would. My luck, I'd have everything on wide angle.
But this, you need to get yourself one of these.
Yeah, that's going to be my next purchase.
This is full already, and this is a terabyte.
Yeah, I've already looked at 2 and 4 terabyte hard drives.
But this is full after a year and a half plus extra stuff I had on here already. So a bunch of old like photos and stuff like from our honeymoon and stuff like that. So
okay.
So yeah. So it wasn't that bad. The terabyte's fine. Now I just gotta label it and sell, just say, the number, the first one or something.
Yeah, so what you got coming up tomorrow? You got Six Flags, right?
That's where you're going. We also have more of the POVs coming up. Woo!
Oh, Mr. POV himself.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fan of tomorrow's just because of the ride it is, but
Spaceship Earth?
Huh?
Spaceship Earth?
Yeah, Spaceship Earth. Spaceship Earth. But
now see, I can get behind that.
I don't know. I just it's Epcot. Like, I don't know.
You're not a fan of Epcot?
No, I'm not.
Not even World Showcase?
No.
See, that's one of my favorite parks. I mean, anywhere I can go.
If I spent more time in that park, I would like it more. Because the last time I was there, I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. Like, I was seeing things that I would do, and but it's really you need more time in that park. Like Epcot is one of those parks that you have to live in Florida to really enjoy. Like if you're on vacation, you can't enjoy it. I'm not saying like somebody like die hard Disney going twice a year and I live out of state. I'm saying like the normal family.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Or with the mom, dad, and the 2 kids. Possibly grandma and grandpa coming down with them. You can't enjoy Epcot, and this is, I think, why so many people don't like Epcot so much.
Yeah, if I could go somewhere and just spend 2 days to explore, it would definitely be Epcot. I mean, one of my favorite locations is World Showcase, especially during Food and Wine Festival.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really good time. I mean, not even
okay. So, like I said, pretty soon I'll be able to enjoy it whenever I want. So this plan is going to be executed here, and I want it to be done soon.
Have you even announced this yet?
Oh yeah, we did last Saturday.
Did you? I don't remember you saying it.
Yeah, last Saturday we said that we were looking into moving to Florida. You know what it is? We're at the point of like we need more for the channel, and we'll get it down there. Like I'm looking into apartments and things down there already, and realistically, from what I'm seeing, I can rent a house down there for about $300 less than what I'm paying right now. Really? Yeah. And it's like
is Atlanta that expensive?
Well, I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and we're paying $959 a month.
That's what I'm paying for my house. My 5-bedroom house.
This is cheaper than when I was up in New York. So,
well, yeah. I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, outside of LA, you don't pay more for rent than you do in New York.
So it's like, yeah, I'm paying $9.59 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So I'm like, all right. So realistically, I can go and, because the minimum wage is more down there in Florida. So realistically, that's telling me jobs are paying more to begin with, So yeah, I'll be fine. Like you see people that they move from like Ohio or the middle, like Iowa, or you know what I mean? Like they move from like the middle of the United States where rent is like $200 a month. They're like, and then they get to Florida and it's like a culture shock. It's like, oh my gosh, so expensive here, and I'm like, no, not really. Not really. We can do this.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Yeah, I mean,
so
like I said,
looking at apartments down there. I can get a 3-bedroom apartment for like $600-700, $800. So I'm like, all right, the money I saved would have been towards utilities. So realistically, Tony is buffering again, I guess, realistically. Right, Lisa? I mean, look, I know how to pick the cities I live in, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know what's going on with Tony's connection tonight. He must be on the Walmart connection, I guess. We may have lost Tony here, and I'm sure he'll be back. But yeah, so that's right now. It's so much cheaper than what I'm at here. So, especially with work and everything, there's more jobs down there. We're doing it. Squaring some things away first, and then we're doing it. And we lost Tony officially. That is great. Please hold. Lisa moved from Massachusetts to Ohio. Exactly. Even Massachusetts is high. Like I don't. Coming from New York to Georgia was cheap, and then it's going to be even cheaper with more pay, with higher pay rates, going to Florida, to Orlando. Okay, yeah, we're doing it. 100% doing it. We'll take the leap of faith. It's all right. Oh man, I don't know where he went. But what part of Massachusetts, Lisa? We used to go up that way a lot. There you are.
Okay, I'm back.
I see. For now.
Wow. That really frustrated me.
That's all right. Whatever. It happens.
My computer just went. Oh.
Lisa was paying $1,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, 2nd floor apartment with no yard. Lisa, I was paying about $1,500 a month in New York for a 1-bedroom apartment, no parking space, no yard, no nothing, on a 3rd floor. And yeah, so I feel your pain. I used to have to come home, like we dreaded going out, like the normal person's like, oh, what do you want for dinner? Like, oh, let's use Tony's favorite. Let's go to Taco Bell. Right? So what do? You like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. I'll go get it, right? I'll be right back. Yeah, up in New York, it was, what do you want for dinner? And it's like, well, do you feel like driving around for an hour to get a parking space again?
Yeah.
It's like, no, if they don't deliver, we ain't getting it.
That's the reason why things like Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that stuff, Well, when I lived in New Jersey, I
Yeah.
didn't live in anywhere near as big as the New York area, and every fast food place had a place. They were called go-getters.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the original,
Yeah. DoorDash and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is like mid-90s. But if you walked it, like one example I'll give is there's a McDonald's right over from the warehouse where I left every morning.
Yeah.
I go in sometimes in the evenings, just grab some McDonald's before I headed home. And it wasn't like it is now, you use your app, and they had a dedicated phone and someone sitting on a stool with a go-getter shirt on. They would pick up the phone, take the order. They would hand the order to someone at a cash register, and then they would pay for it, and then you would pay them for it when you got there. Because you didn't have
See,
to pay for everything with your debit card.
Even to this day, I still don't use those apps because they charge you a ridiculous delivery fee.
Yeah.
If I'm going to spend that much money to get food from them, no, I'm going to weigh out myself. It's less money for me to go into my car and use my gas and go get the food. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm good. But like I was saying, Tony, it's like I can get an apartment down in Florida in a gated community too. One of those gated communities down there, like in Kissimmee. I saw an apartment in Kissimmee for like $800.
Yeah, $800. I mean, you're going in saving $150 almost.
That goes to my cable.
Yep.
If I get, and then I saw houses going for like $650.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So guess what? That just paid for my utilities at the same time. I just evened out to paying my rent and not even the utilities.
Well, and for you don't have to worry about good school systems. You don't have to worry about yeah. I mean, it's just you and Jess. I mean, the only thing you got to worry about is there a park nearby where you can take Leia. You know that things like that are all over down there.
Yeah, but even that, it's like, all right, well, she's a bulldog, so realistically, how often am I going to take her around in the Florida heat? Not really that often.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Let's be honest, Leia is stupid at times, and if she's seen an alligator, she'll go up to him and be like, "Hi, let's play." So realistically, it's fun. But if I got a house, if I rented a house, guess what? There's a yard.
Yeah. See, Lisa said the same thing. She's seen him for $700 a month.
Yep, exactly. So I'm paying like $960 a month right now. Saving almost $300 right there. Come on.
You're driving a good ways to work every day too, are you not?
I'm driving at least 40 minutes or so. Yeah.
Then not that you won't living in Florida either, but
you
don't have to take that into account when you move there. Well, I'm going to save this much. I'm going to spend this much.
Here's the thing: is why we're looking at it we're not even looking at it for work. I mean, I guess you can think of this as work because we are making money because we are monetized, so we are working. I guess if you want to consider it that. But realistically, anything here in Georgia, anything decent to get to is at least 2 hours one way.
Yeah, that's what you were saying Saturday night. I remember you talking about that.
And I'm not doing that. Like, all right, cool. I have Six Flags. It's 20 minutes away. I'm good with that. But guess what? I can do that down there too, where I can be 20 minutes away from 4, 5, 6, 7 parks.
Yep. And then another hour away from Busch Gardens.
And 45 minutes or so from Legoland.
Yeah. Yeah, so, Legoland is only like 20 minutes from Universal, I think.
Something like that. And what is that, like 9 parks I have access to?
Mm-hmm.
Only thing that I have to worry about at that point is season passes.
And don't forget, there's a couple of fun spots down there. There's the Orlando Eye.
That's the other thing too, is all that. And you see what we cover. We don't cover just the theme park. We do the roadside attractions. We get out there. We show what's around. Like, I'm not just the theme park channel. We're a channel about having fun. The miniature golf. There's how many miniature golf places down there. You know, not
Yeah,
just Disney, but there's a Pirates Cove down there that is awesome.
You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a miniature golf course in Florida.
Exactly. And you don't see nobody covering any of these places down there. So,
no.
I will be.
And we'll all be watching.
Exactly. Exactly. But I think we're going in with the whole intentions on starting at Universal. Getting that way, build our reputation up there at Universal. Because it's less competitive there. There's less YouTubers. Like, it's not Disney. Everybody wants Disney, Disney, Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dino World too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, like everybody wants Disney. Like, as a YouTuber wants to do. Oh, I want to be a Disney YouTuber. I want Disney. That's where there's viewers everywhere down there. You know.
Yeah, and you know the people that are filming Universal now, mind you, because we see a lot more Disney people do YouTube than anything else, really. But you know, I don't. You know, I look around YouTube and I don't see a lot of people going. I like to film at Universal,
right?
Or I like to film SeaWorld.
It's the people you see at Universal and SeaWorld are the ones that are always at Disney.
Yeah.
You know, and realistically, like I'm looking at it this way too, is those passes are cheaper, a lot cheaper.
Oh yes, they are.
You know, especially a month. I mean, yeah, all right, great, whatever. I'm going to be paying a month. Each month is going to, you know, have passes dedicated to it. I mean, whatever. So basically, each week is going to be a different pass being paid, or two. Whatever. It is what it is. It's not just for the YouTube. It's just a sense of having fun. There's things around where I can go out and have fun now. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I was used to that up in New York. You know, I was able to go out and do something. There's always something fun to do somewhere. You know, so
yeah,
we're looking at that too. So we're just trying to square some things away, and honestly, probably mid next year is when we're going to really probably start looking to do that. You know.
Yeah, you know, ever since I put out my Cedar Point video here the other day, you know, and tracking it and trying to see how it's doing.
Yeah.
You know, you start to see more people that cover more things. And you know what? You know, like me and you talk, Cedar Point is a gold mine of a place. Well, Universal is a gold mine for things to do. And,
right.
You know, I'm a YouTuber with 258 subscribers. And I've got twice that many views almost on that video. I mean, just because people want to see these types of things.
Lisa's all about it too.
Yep.
Lisa's all about it. Look, there's one or two things that I got to square away here, and you know, with life situations and stuff, and then I got to put the money aside for the truck, and then that's it. We're gone.
Well, you know, me and Martine talked a couple years ago, you know, just because I want to be able to do Disney more as an adult, you know, once all the kids are grown, we'd like to move down there. Now, since we bought the house, she feels a little differently than I do.
Right.
But, you know, she's got the type of career she can take that anywhere, you know, being an RN.
Yeah, 100%.
She can go anywhere.
100%. And then the other thing is, too, is my parents are, my father has 3 years to retire. Well, guess where they're talking about moving to? They're talking about going to Florida. So, let's see. I could stay in Georgia where there's nothing.
Yep.
Get our channel to nowhere else, but if there's, 2,000 subscribers, mark right now, and do nothing with it. Or I can move it along and be down there for when I get down there first. This way, when they get down there, I'm there when they're there already.
Mm-hmm.
I know the area, and they'll be like, "Oh, where's it?" I can say, "Yeah, go here, go there. Don't go here, don't go there."
Yeah, that's one of the things I think that would keep me here more than I mean, my kids, of course, but you know what? When they're grown and they're adults, they're going to want to live their own lives. I'm at an age where my parents are cool to hang out with again. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be one of the things that may make me want to stay here, but I don't know. You know,
But
like
at
they
the same
said.
time, it gives them a place to go away to
Mhm.
without having to worry.
Yeah, you're right, Jonathan. There's been a lot of uh, YouTubers that have just recently moved to the Florida area.
Yeah. I mean, oh wow, you almost moved to Dahlonega 3 years ago. But yeah, that Dahlonega. Let me explain Dahlonega to you, Tony.
Okay,
How dark is it outside right now for you?
it's dark.
Go out there and just try to walk around with a bag over your head. There's nothing there.
Really?
No, well, there's stuff there. It's just like you ever hear that expression? Like if you hear banjo music, just keep rowing.
That's kind of our area.
That's Dahlonega. Dahlonega was one of the first gold mines around, where they actually like discovered one of the biggest gold nuggets, which is sitting in the Capitol building in downtown Atlanta.
Oh, that bad,
So,
huh?
yeah, it's a mining town. You know, it's a gold mining town. So there's a lot of prospectors and yeah.
Yeah, Lisa's actually not that far from me. Well, she's a lot closer to Cedar Point than I am. I'm a little jealous of that. It's about an hour drive from where she's at,
Gotcha.
which I would take over 3.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
well, almost about 2.5, 3.5 when they got a road closed with no detour signs.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, I got lucky with having this in my backyard. You know.
Now, when you guys got the place that you have now, did you guys move down there before you started the channel?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you
Yeah.
just recently moved to this apartment, right?
2-3 years ago.
Is this the apartment you started in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking that you moved just before me and you started doing this together.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you didn't go and get this.
Rooms. That's
You didn't move to where you're staying because of the proximity to the park.
Mm-mm.
It just happened to be a bonus.
Yep. Yeah, when we got this apartment, this had nothing to do with anything. It was after we were here, and then we were like, hey, we can do this,
Now, were you already going to the parks?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was one of those things like, hey, let's do this and let's kind of circle into Six Flags because of it. And I know you were a great adventure guy, and I know you enjoy your theme parks, but I didn't
Oh, yeah.
know if it was kind of went hand in hand.
The guy I was working for, he went to the park all the time too. So it was like he was like, you go Six Flags. I was like, sure, let's go. So it kind of I got in that one time on his free pass, and I was like, all right. He would have a $20 bring a friend coupon and stuff for the weekends and stuff. So we were like, all right, let's go. Sunday mornings we would head out there, and it was like, all right, it's in a bad park. We can do this. Come home. The first time I got home, I was like, Jess, we got to get season passes. We're so close, and we need to do this. We need to go to this park all the time. Not even for the channel. Like nothing for the channel was even a thought yet. But we're like, yeah, we need to go. They got Fright Fest. They got Holiday in the Park. Yeah, we need season passes.
So how big is that park? Like Cedar Point is half a square mile. It's 147 hectares, whatever that's supposed to be. But I was just wondering, can you feasibly walk from the front to the back of the park in a very short amount of time?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, like when I enter Cedar Point, if I'm going through the gate at 11 o'clock,
Six
I'm
Flags
not
over Georgia is 297 acres.
okay. So it's not big at all.
No.
Yeah, if I'm walking all the way to the back of the park, which is where Steel Vengeance is, it's easily a 15-minute walk. And that's even taking shortcuts through the park.
It's not that much smaller than Cedar Point, because Cedar Point's only 364 acres. And
what's yours?
What is it? How big is Six Flags over Georgia? Is 297.
Okay. Well,
so it's not that much smaller.
Is yours more of a square park or is it long?
So it's like a V almost, a bit like kind of like, you know. So it basically spokes off to the left or the right, and then branches out from there.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's one thing that makes. I mean, Cedar Point is a very easy park to navigate. I mean, obviously because it's straight.
Be technical, it's kind of like a diamond.
Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at an aerial view of Cedar Point, it looks like it's just a quick walk to wherever you want to go. But let me tell you, it's a hike.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to get these damned access passes that they want to keep everybody from gathering up in lines.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Cedar Point is down to one roller coaster not open yet. And it was actually testing today, so.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so, but I haven't been up since. We were up there last day of reservations, but I've heard that they have they have let's see, who all do they have up there? I think they have some Carowinds workers, and they have
this right here is downtown Atlanta. And this right here is Six Flags. So it's literally like 15 minutes outside of the city. And obviously this whole part here is just parking. That's parking.
They've got a lot of parking.
Yeah. And all this is just the park.
You know what? That's a pretty good sized park.
It is.
It looks like there's a lot in there that's undeveloped inside of the park.
Yes and no. I mean, if you zoom in, like.
I thank you, Lisa. We really appreciate it. We kind of tend to get all over the place from time to time. It always tends to come back to theme parks, but
yeah. So
you know what? If you ever have something you would like to bring up,
yeah,
we will talk about anything anybody brings up in the chat, as long as you bring it up. And I don't know how many times we've been thrown off topic because I'm not that we ever really have a topic, but
exactly. So this is the exit I've been taking now. So we get off here. And look, they actually got an Econo Lodge right there outside the park. That's just one of the two hotels out there. So you come in to here. This is actually a paid parking lot, like a private parking lot.
Okay. That
they use for the like a private company has that lot. They use it for Six Flags parking. It's more than obviously there, but this here is the park entrance. So instead of parking all the way over here, right here, which this up to here is where, basically they're using now. So you got to walk all of this to get into the park here, They do have a tram, but it's quicker to walk. But
let's say,
yeah, that's the front entrance here. And typically the way we go is this way. Like these are all shops here. Like this is like the Flash Pass Center here.
Okay.
There's a booth over here that they use for Fright Fest, where they sell the wristbands for the haunted houses. Then there's a store over here too. This is the Twisted Cyclone right here. So that's obviously that's occupying space there. But yeah, like all this here is there's nothing in here. Like this here is a service road. This is a covered canopy actually with acrophobia. This is actually the train tracks over here. And there's a train station over here too. This is just a giant hill, dude. You can't even use this for anything. Dahlonega Mine Train, Lisa right there. See, Dahlonega, all related into Georgia. You know, how they theme it, which is the worst mine train, you'll be honest, the roughest one. Panda Express is not Panda Express anymore. That's a wing place now. The hat stores are there still. They actually have the antique photos still.
Okay.
Like one of the few parks that actually still does it. There's a store over here too called 10 and Below. Which all 10 and Below merchandise. This here is all the kid area, which really isn't much. Like there's this, and then there's this here, but there's not much. This here is actually a kiddie coaster, but whatever. Monster Mansion, our favorite ride.
Yeah.
I mean, from here, from this point, you can go down this way, or you can go this way. It doesn't matter. I mean, it depends on where you're going. So, I mean, usually we've been going down this way to come out around here.
Okay.
To come to the back of the park this way. I mean, you got the...
Yeah, what is that?
This?
Yep.
That's the carousel.
Okay.
That's the carousel. There's this ride. There's the Hanson cars back here, and there's two other little kiddie rides back here.
Yeah, if you look at that, that is so underutilized right there.
But if you see the hill that this is here, you'll look at it. Like, you can't do anything else there but these. That's the problem. Is it looks flat, but it's not. Like this right here. This is a giant hill.
Okay.
I'll show you where the other giant hill. Like this is, you know, Superman back here, Blue Hawk, and then look at this.
Hey Noah, welcome in, buddy.
Hey Noah, what's up, buddy? Then the sad water park we have. All that is just a water park. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 slides and the wave pool and the kid area.
It's just something for people to get wet.
Exactly.
It's basically a public pool that costs $50 a day.
Exactly. Then Scream Machines here. All that Scream Machine, and then Blue Hawk. And then you come down this way, you know, the giant swings that we're trying to get Jess on, you know.
You can keep hoping, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Yeah, it's not. Probably not. This is a show here. There's like a Western show that they have over here.
Is that where you filmed the Christmas?
No.
Stuff?
This is like an outdoor stage kind of. There's like a whole, this pavilion here is actually just a covered place where there's a bunch of like picnic benches under there. And there's a stage like right here. So like this is a lot. Like in this area is mostly food.
Okay.
And there's like 2 stores over here, and then you got Pandemonium over here, which is that.
Yeah, I don't do those rides. I'm not a fan.
And then
I'm not.
This can go.
Is it a go-kart track?
Yeah, it can go.
Go-kart tracks at an amusement park make no sense anymore, unless they're the high-speed type.
This was one of the haunted houses.
Okay.
Then you come over this way. Let's see. Right in here is Thunder River, which is the water. You know, the water ride. You can see they actually put the track there. Wow. Oh wait, no, I didn't even realize there was. Oh, that's the line. Never mind. The Jelly Belly store, Monster Mansion. This is an ice cream place. The nacho place we always go to. Right there. That's the other train station here. So you can see how the train doesn't go anywhere really. Lost and Found really isn't Lost and Found. That's Lost Parents.
Okay.
Goliath right here. Like you could. This is where the show was filmed in this Crystal Pistol music hall.
Okay.
As I always wanted to call it Crystal Pistol. I wonder why. There's a barbecue place right here, which is never open. There used to be a bunch of games here, but they took those out now. Yeah, you can clearly tell this was during Fright Fest because this is a scare zone here.
Okay.
Attitudes is one of the outside shops that they bring in. The DJ's Diner it's not really a diner. It's a quick service, but it's themed like a diner. And that's Daredevil Dive right there.
So the park's not laid out bad.
No, and
it's
then
just the hills are what kind of kills the park. It seems like
this right here is the worst hill in the park, right there.
You know, you can just looking at the picture, you can see that it's on a grade.
Yeah, it's cool because you go under the train tracks and all, but it is the worst. This is the Gotham City area. Obviously, it does not look like this anymore. But this is still in the same location. That's still in the same location. The Poison Ivy's ride is right here in this area now. That's still here. Catwoman is right in this area here. And then Batman. And then Mindbender here. And then you have the log ride over here too. The log ride right here, and then Georgia Scorcher right here. And that's it.
And what's your big coaster there? Goliath?
Goliath.
Yeah, how big is Goliath?
It's pretty big. It's here. So that's the station. So it goes here, all the way down here, over.
So that leaves a huge footprint.
It goes to Scorcher. You're outside the park here. You're literally like next to I-20 here. You're coming out. You do the helix here. Like just look at the shadow that it leaves right here. Okay, you can tell how big it is from that. Like just these shadows right here. You know,
what's your drop height on that?
It's under 2. It's
is it under 2?
We have the height limit in the park. So it comes out of the park there, it comes back in the park. But this is cool because it comes over. This is actually a hill here. So you're going over and then you're basically scooping down back into the park. Like right past the entrance and everything, and then right into the station again. So it's laid out good.
Are they capped under 200 foot because of the airport?
Yep.
That makes sense.
I mean, you see where the park is, and then you see where the airport is.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
You know, realistically, what are they going to get rid of first? You know, they're not going to get rid of the airport. They'll get rid of the park first. You know,
it's what, the 4th busiest airport in the United States, something like that.
No, that's just this is a little one. This is not even.
Okay, this is an ATL.
Yeah, no, this is just a little prop plane. Like I own an airport, and I own a plane. I just want to travel around for an hour and land back where I started. You know.
Well, how close is ATL to the theme park? Is there a pretty good distance between? See, because I would think the prop planes wouldn't really affect the rules of the
Right
park,
here.
but see, that's pretty close in proximity to how low they have to come in.
I have both of them on screen at the same time right now. You know?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah.
Jonathan, yeah, LAX, LaGuardia, JFK, Dulles. I know Chicago and Orlando is extremely busy airports, but I guarantee you, between Atlanta and Sky Harbor and Phoenix, they've probably got to be pretty close to being next in
Just
line.
that name right there, International Airport, is what makes it busy.
Yep.
You know, like people travel up from Orlando to Atlanta just to do a transfer to go overseas, you know? Which makes no sense to me because Orlando's an international airport too. So I don't know.
Yeah. Columbus is getting to be one of those airports too, because, you know, Southwest doesn't do a lot of nonstop flights.
Yeah.
And Columbus to actually, if you go from Columbus to Orlando, Southwest is one of the only flights to go nonstop. And Southwest is, you know, one of the busiest airlines in America right now.
What are you doing?
Make the Frankenstein catch a bug.
She's making the cat catch a bug.
Why are you sitting in the dark?
I'm not in the dark.
Don't worry about it, Linda.
Okay, Tony.
Love you.
Yeah.
She thinks that the camera doesn't pick up on, you know, like it has to be daylight in the room, you know?
You literally have no lights on except for a stupid
I have
blue light bulb.
2 blue lights on.
He's hiding from you.
She doesn't like, you know, things like this.
She doesn't like the mysterious Bruce Wayne look.
Right? You know?
Daylight. You know I hate daylight.
Yes, we know vampire. Thanks. Oh, man. So
What time are you going to the park tomorrow?
12 or so. I'm not early. It's fine. So what do you think of this whole Horror Nights thing?
I think it's the right call.
It is.
I mean, you know what? There's going to be people's like, oh, let adults make their own choices. Sorry, private property, their choice.
Yep.
They don't want to do it. They're not going to.
Do you think the rest of the parks are going to follow, though?
I think they're all going to do like fall festivals. You know, they might put up some scare type stuff, animatronic type stuff, but you're not going to see scare actors.
Yeah, some fog and things like that, and
you know, that's like when you get on Steel Vengeance, they've got one of the scare zones is a permanent structure in the line.
Okay.
And as we were walking through, there was a family behind us, and they were like, "Ooh, what's this?" And I'm like, "It's one of the scare zones for Halloween Horror Nights." And they're like, "Oh, maybe they're going to be doing it this year." And I just told them, I says, "This is my opinion." I said, "Don't hold your breath. Like, this thing is a permanent structure. They're not going to tear it down."
Hold your breath. Ha!
Yeah. You know, because, you know, if it happens, great. You know what? Because, I mean, my opinion, we're at a point now where we've let the cat out of the bag. So,
Yeah.
you know, putting on masks can help. I'm not disagreeing with that. But we're at a point now where we got to write it out either way. So if they do it, if a park does it, you know, I'm still going to put on my mask to go because that's what they're going to require. But is that a snake?
No. Well, it is a serpent. I mean,
Oh,
What are you yapping about?
can't see. She's slithering around and
sneaking around.
sneaking. Just like a ghost, She needs to go haunt somebody else's house for a little while. the look of.
I hope you're comfortable in this room. You can hang out here tonight. Later.
I am. I like my lighting.
Okay.
Good for sleeping.
It's like light therapy. Yeah, I just wish that like for me, Six Flags would make an announcement already.
They're going to hold out. They're going to hold out as long as they can.
Yeah,
I mean, for Universal, they've got people that are booking this stuff way out so they can get in for HHN.
right.
People aren't booking out Fright Fest at Six Flags Over Georgia months and months in advance. Here's the problem. Universal, and Lisa might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, I think Universal protects the commission on things paid in full. I know Disney did. And if they have to cancel it and they cancel the reservation, they may still be paying. And Lisa, if you know for sure, because I don't remember if Universal's protecting commission or not for travel agents, why carry it out and possibly have to pay out more in commissions for things that were already paid in full?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because the farther out they cancel it, the better off they are protecting themselves from.
But see, that's the thing too. Is those places, they have resorts. There's more attached to them than just the park. Like Six Flags is just
okay, Lisa.
Yeah, it's a park. They can make the decision at the last minute and be like, yeah, no.
Yeah. See, if I had, say you guys booked Disney to go in June.
Yeah.
And you guys had paid it in full through me, and then Disney called me up and said, we're canceling that reservation. You guys could either book later or take the refund, but I would still receive all that commission because you had paid in full. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's, it's a smart move on their part. Just like Disney canceling Not So Scary way out. Because those two places, people are booking that stuff 6 months to a year out.
You know what?
Where
I guarantee within the next couple weeks or less, we're going to hear that Disney's canceling the Christmas also.
they will cancel it out as far as they can, just for that reason. I mean,
Disney canceled out Halloween pretty far in advance.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think by August we're going to have no Christmas.
Yeah, and a lot of channels that are down there covering things like Disney right now.
Yeah.
You heard a lot of, well, I'm not sure I feel safe going back yet. I think I'll just hold off for a while.
Yeah.
I've got a season pass. Guess where they're all at?
Yeah.
And you know what?
There's some right now saying, well, my season pass is coming out to expire. I'll renew it when I know a thing I can get back in their full swing.
Yeah, and I don't blame any of them for going. I mean, they're trying to make money. I mean, any of them that says they're not, I mean, that's a lie. I mean, they can say whatever they want, but
yeah, because you really that's a monthly payment right there if you come or not. You know what?
Yeah.
I'd look at it this way: is if when we move down there, I'll have a Disney pass, right?
Yep.
Now, what if I go to a vacation up to New York for a week or two? What am I going to go and say? Hey, I'm on vacation. I was out of town. I shouldn't be paying for these two weeks, you know?
Yeah.
It was
Well,
my
yeah, exactly.
edit. You know, if I can't use it as much as I want to, then that's my fault.
Yeah, I think Disney did the right thing by every day they were closed, giving people more.
Yeah.
And financially, they probably couldn't do what smaller places like Cedar Point could do. And this is going to, for this year, Cedar Fair is going to be okay. Next year is going to be the interesting year because me and thousands of other people going all next year and not paying that $129. Now
is going to be crazy.
Yeah, and now for me, I plan on sometime between the end of the year, the end of the season, before they open back up. I plan on purchasing the platinum add-on, which is another 100.
Yeah,
because Cedar Point and Kings Island are and then the park in California. Those are the three busiest parks. I want to be able to get down to Carowinds or Dorney Park or to Valley Fair or even up to Canada's Wonderland because those parks, why they want to be busy. Cedar Point has a capacity of almost 70,000. That's a lot of people. And let me tell you, you think Disney is a busy park?
That thing doesn't get busy at all ever.
You know, you go to Cedar Point, 70,000 people. It literally, like the Gemini Midway, the part in the video where I'm in my blue mask, you were literally like bumping into people like midnight at Times Square on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And that's the way the whole park is. You'll wait 3 hours to get on a coaster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. And I mean, now we'll find weekdays to go. But weekdays are going to be nuts next year.
It is. It is.
Because you know what? As soon as that vaccine comes out, people start getting it, life is going to go right back to normal because everybody's going to feel like they're safe. Whether we are or whether we aren't, doesn't matter. Everybody's going to be out in full force. Because, I mean, Cedar Point can't even hit their 25% mark on a weekday, which on a weekday, you'll have 45 to 50% capacity. And, you know, like a Saturday in that park, you're talking on a slow weekend, you're talking about 50, 60,000 people. So, because you have not only the amusement park, you got the beach, and you've got a huge water park.
Yeah.
So they get a lot of people.
Yeah. I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah. And then, you know, come next year too is, you know, down in Orlando, you got, you know, the 50th coming up and then people that, you know, we're supposed to go this year going, they're holding on to that and be like, well, it's paid for already, guys. So we're just going to, whenever we can book it, we'll book it, you know?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I mean, like I said, I will go there and enjoy it just like I did this year, but I understand that it's going to be busy.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, I say whatever because, you know, like I said, I'm 20 minutes away from the park, so I can go back whenever, you know. And
if you go there and it's packed,
for you, it's not so much whatever. It's shit. That was a horrible trip, you know.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it. The Saturday after they opened, the farther I get away from it, and I'm sure I've talked to you about it. The farther I get away from it, people that make one trip to their home, quote unquote, amusement park every year, if they were to go up and have a day like that, they may never go back to that park again.
Exactly.
Hadn't been in years, for one. Two, I got 3 kids that have never been on anything bigger than Expedition Everest, and just about every coaster at Cedar Point outside of 2 is larger than Expedition Everest.
Yep.
You know, they've got 3 coasters over 200, and then one after that that's 300. You know, so
I'm laughing at what Jonathan's saying. The 50th will be cool with all the new stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Here's something.
this really why I honestly also another reason why I really want to get down there, like ASAP.
Tron is going to be, you know,
right.
Go ahead.
The more I see of this coaster, the more I'm loving it.
I've watched several rides on
Disney
the one
Park,
in Shanghai.
You know what? Actually, Disney Park YouTube channel really just did it for me. The last video that they put out this week about it. Just seeing that ride, like just from them filming it and them showing you what they've done on the ride and explaining it, and I was like, oh, that is awesome.
Have you seen any of the POVs of that ride?
No.
There's only a few of them.
No.
But if you look up Tron Shanghai POV, and there's someone somewhere I think has a GoPro of it.
Okay.
But it's a sharp ride. That, and to be honest with you, I really want to ride Rise of the Resistance. It looks like
I like Smuggler's Run. Smuggler's Run was fun.
Now, see, to me, that one does not look that much fun. The whole interactivity of Rise of the Resistance, it's an attraction on top of a ride on top of an attraction. You know, it's immersive and you are part of the experience. Where Smuggler's Run, I see what you're saying because you get to hands-on.
Yeah.
And that seems like fun.
Here's the thing is, remember Mission Space used to be hands-on too.
Yeah.
How much longer is Smuggler's Run going to be hands-on once the devices start breaking down, you know?
Yep.
You know, so
Jonathan said it himself, the POV is great.
I actually have it here.
You know, and not just that, but I'll pop it up. We'll play it on the stream. But Guardians of the Galaxy remix at Epcot.
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
Just the computerized ride through that they have, the sections, that looks like a great ride. And you know what? Me and you have talked about it. We are not the only ones that have talked about this. But the problem is Disney's been needing those thrill rides where, don't get me wrong, Expedition Everest and Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror, they're great rides, but you need that blow my mind type of ride.
Outdated. Half the elements in the ride don't even work anymore. The subwoofers aren't what they used to be. You don't have that rumble on your back. The soundtrack, it's a set soundtrack now. It's, you know, you don't know what you're getting anymore. You know, it's nothing great. But let's see what this. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that I've watched several times. But these guys here, Attractions 360, they put on some great, you know, outside of, and you know what? We've talked about it several.
They're really good too.
We've talked about it several times. You have brought me around on park POVs, and I watch them a little more now. And I like it. It's hard to see that camera straight on and get a feel for the ride.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to see where they're much better done than what people can looking around with their camera.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've kind of turned a corner on that. But yeah, this whole...
Like, those bikes are amazing. Like,
you're slapped in just like you are for Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
And then the way this thing just goes out and shoots you off.
Yeah.
I think top speed on this is maybe 45 to 50 miles an hour.
I thought it was 60.
Either way, the openness that you have on this.
It's their fastest ride in any other parks right now. This whole thing right here, the whole mirrors and stuff, That's kind of what blew me away right there, like all that. See, I couldn't ride this in the daytime though. I don't think I
could you imagine the night ride on this?
That's what I'm saying is I don't think I could ride this in the day. Like I would be very disappointed just by that. Knowing what that area of the park gets lit up like with Space Mountain and everything.
Yeah. Could you imagine riding this at night during the fireworks display? All those fireworks going off. You know, we did.
I don't think they would really run it during the fireworks though.
Oh, they run Seven Dwarves, which is right in between all the fireworks.
Oh, this is true.
And we did that on our honeymoon, and that was a great ride. You know, you come out and there's all the fireworks going off.
That is
but this
awesome.
right here is just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. I want to know who's cleaning all the mirrors at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, who's maintaining all those neon lights, too? Those LEDs and stuff. I mean,
I was going to say, are they true neon or are they LED? I would say they're probably LED.
Yeah, knowing how things are, yeah.
And Jonathan just said, you know, assuming we are getting the same building. Yeah, I don't think it's the same building. I think the elements are all going to be pretty much equal. But if you look at the construction of this massive building,
it's pretty
that's
identical.
going on outside them. Is it?
It's pretty identical. Yeah.
It just seems like the one they're building at Magic Kingdom looks like a much larger show building.
Probably to probably have a bigger queue. You know, you're definitely holding more people, so you probably have more bikes also on the track. So you're probably launching people a lot quicker and a lot more at a time compared to that one.
Well, it depends because when you watch that ride, I don't see any brake runs in that ride. You got to have the brake runs in order to signal your next train going out.
You got block sections though.
Yeah.
You put a block section, and, you know, it'll signal the next one.
Yeah. See, like at Cedar Point, you know, it's nothing to see 3 trains run on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You know, and well, for something like Maverick, you got 6 trains actually, because 2 trains leave at a time. One takes off, the next one's already out there loaded up, and then it leaves on the first brake run. Then the next set comes out, and the first of the 3.
Well, Daredevil Dive is like that. Daredevil Dive is one's going up, one's leaving the station, and then one's out on the course already. So by the time the one up on by the one time the one's going up gets to the top, the one's coming back into the station as that one's dropping, and then the other one's pushing up. So and then as small as Daredevil Dive is, you know, having 3 trains running on that, it's pretty impressive.
So it's a pretty good crowd eater.
You know what?
It only fits about 10 people in a car.
No, less. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6.
So there's only 3 rows in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's either 6 or 8. It's either 3 or 4 rows in that. I think it's 6.
Like, yeah, Maverick is 2 wide, and I think it seats 4 rows, but they have 2 trains at a time. One leaves, shoots straight up the hill because it's a hill, but it's got a launch.
Right.
Launches up the hill.
Right.
And then Maverick it has a 95-degree dip, which is probably one of the craziest things you ever feel. I mean, this thing, literally, you're going down head first, feels like. Because it starts over and it comes in on itself and then back down.
Yep.
But it leaves and it comes through and it hits, it has a second launch inside right underneath of where the train is above you. As soon as it hits that brake running in, the next one starts up the hill.
Yeah.
And then as it clears the hill, I take that back. It hits the tunnel, the next 2 come out, and the first one starts. You've got 6 trains at a time running through this course. It's crazy to watch it work.
It's amazing how everything's going to launch now. That's like I can't wait for the Guardians of the Galaxy one to come out because it's the world's first reverse launch coaster.
Oh, is it a reverse launch?
It's a reverse launch coaster.
Yeah,
like,
See, I've seen like snippets, computerized snippets, but it's mainly of the 4D stuff. I haven't really seen anything with the launch or anything.
It's what they're claiming. It's a reverse launch coaster, first of the kind in the world. So,
have you seen the new water ride at Silver Dollar City?
yes, I think it's. I think it's Lane.
You're not a water ride guy, though, are you?
No, but realistically, you're going up in that elevator for no reason, just to come down and have a bigger splash, and that's it. There's no purpose. So. There's no purpose to that drop. Like, hold on, let me. There's some videos of it out there already.
Yeah. While you're looking at that, have you seen the new Intamin rides that they've announced?
No.
Intamin has put out a video of 4 new coasters. They got a Giga Splash, which is whatever 131 meters is, or no, it wasn't 131 meters. It was 131 feet because they said it in meters, and I had to figure it out. But it comes down, it hits a small splash, and takes this large hill over, and comes down and has a big splash, then comes back around. I mean, it's basically just a splash ride.
Okay.
But they're also building a T-Rex type single rail, which looks really neat. It's going to be 2-seaters.
Okay.
You know how RMC does the T-Rex with the single seats.
Yeah.
This will have 2 seats, and then they've got
the monorail with 2 seats side by side. That's
yep.
That's
and
awesome.
then they're going to have one. It's called. They've named it the Hot Rod. It's a Raptor style racing coaster. These things intertwine around each other. Go to their Facebook page and check it out. It's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up.
Will do. This is Mystic Falls, the new one. I'm surprised they did a POV. This is their Silver Dollar City's video too. Can we start any slower? Jeez. Come on. Come on. Wow. Oh, we got there we go. Like the theming is cool. Like I like the theme into it, but that's the drop. That's crazy. So slow.
Yeah, now that I'm seeing, I kind of agree with you. It's really just a raft ride.
It's all it is. Like, okay, we hit some rapids there. Okay, cool. Like, it's great scenery. Yeah, hi, buddy. Hi. Okay.
Yeah, the idea of these is to get wet and cool off. I mean, we've yet to see a waterfall yet, really.
That's moving there. That's pretty quick. Wow.
That's that could be camera perspective too.
Yeah. Like that's cool. All right. Like I think that's fine. Some water came in.
Yeah, I got wetter on Cali River Rapids.
Yeah. I want to see what the actual splashdown is, though. Wow, this thing really rocks you, though.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. Just looking at the lights on the side. Imagine this thing at nighttime, though.
Yeah, it would be a great nighttime ride.
Like, I feel like I'm going nowhere, though. Like, where did it go?
I kind of feel like, have we really ridden anything yet? But yeah,
Wow.
I think it'd be a fun ride.
Yeah, it's
Now
pretty
this is
intense.
where that drop is.
You got to go in the elevator first.
Yeah.
You got to go on like a conveyor elevator. It brings you up, and then it pushes you out to the mine shaft, 100 feet, you know? Right there. This thing here is what you got to go on to. Another slow lift. They could have sped these lifts up a little bit.
Yeah. Now, Dollywood owns Silver Dollar City, do they not?
What?
I think Silver Dollar City is owned by Dollywood, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Because it even
Dollywood,
looks.
Stone Mountain Park here in Georgia, and Valdesta, the one down in Valdesta.
Wild Adventures.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Dollywood, the one or maybe it's here, Silver Dollar City. Is this where Time Machine is?
Yes.
So that
It's a crazy
looks
ride
like
too.
a crazy coaster.
So Time Machine is what Mission Breakout's going to be, basically.
Okay.
But with the reverse launch on it.
Be all right. Yeah, to go through all this just to have that drop just doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool aspect, but still, do you really want to sit here for another 3 minutes while it takes you up to the top?
Such a waste of a time management on a ride.
Yeah, you've lost a lot of people to want to ride it. This doesn't give me that I want to ride you again feeling.
Yeah. Like, it's cool that it has multiple elevators and it's just it rotates you like that. Like, all right, cool, I get it. But all right, here's the drop. Pushes you out. Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
I was expecting more. No.
Yeah, they lost me right there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can't really have much steeper of a drop than that because of the way it's sized, but
Yeah,
you got to be able to get some splash on that.
I get it, but no. You just lost me, no. What is that?
That's that Hot Racer.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little harder for me to look them up, but I guess I could have tried to make that a little bigger. Are you able to see it? Okay.
I see it.
Yeah, it's basically a racing style coaster, but
Okay.
it's a single rail,
Gotcha.
and like you'll have one coming in on a bank, and you'll have one that will actually corkscrew over it. I mean, it's a pretty intense looking ride. Doesn't look like it's going to be like a high speed, high drop thrill ride, but it definitely looks fun. It was the only one of the four that really intrigued me.
I'm looking at Jonathan's comments from that water ride, and I kind of feel the same way as him.
Yeah.
Like he's saying, like Jonathan's saying, is some awesome looking mechanics of the ride and all that, but it's a weak ride.
Yeah. I would hate to find out how much they spent on that because don't get me wrong. You know what? People are going to line up to ride it. And as far as I'm concerned, when I'm waiting in line for Time Machine,
yeah,
I know people are going to be over there trying to get on that. I'm going to be on and off Time Machine in no time.
Oh yeah,
because all these people are like, "Oh, it's got an elevator." Oh,
it's a raft ride with a drop.
Yeah, I mean, I can get that at my local park. I can get that at my local water park.
Exactly.
West Coast.
I'm trying to see if I can find something for Time Machine right now.
Yeah, where is their coaster at, Jonathan?
Awesome.
Yeah, Silver Dollar City, up until a couple years ago, I'd have never even thought of going to visit it. I think that would be a fun park to visit.
Their train is amazing.
Is it? Have you been there?
No, I've seen videos from it, but they do a whole like train robbery and everything.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, here. This is what you want.
Yeah, this would be the whole reason why I would go there, just to ride this.
Yeah.
When I seen this thing start spinning, I'm watching it on YouTube. My wife just looked at me and says, "You're nuts."
Yep.
I said, "Yeah, maybe." I was like, "But I'm going to ride it."
Yep. It's like a wild mouse on steroids.
Yep. That's what it reminds me of, just a wild mouse that spins, which, I love a good wild mouse. The sharp, heavy turns, you don't really get any drops on it, but I mean, it's going to take you for a ride.
Like Primeval?
Yeah. But I never got a chance to ride that.
I did once or twice, and that was it.
Now you have heard that one's coming out and officially
Like,
closed for good. Yeah.
Really seeing the ground on this. Look at that. What the heck? That's great.
Now I wonder if this is a free spin or if it's a controlled.
It is. It's a free.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you could ride this 100 times and never get the same ride twice.
Yeah, it's a free spin. But yeah, their train ride is amazing because they take you out there. They got a whole setup out there, like a whole show within the train ride.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for it, even if it's a corny, just around the park train ride. I will take every park. Cedar Point's got a great one. They've got. I mean, it will take you completely around the park. I shouldn't say completely. It takes you around a good portion of the park, but one half is strictly, it'll take you from station to station. Hi, Lena. Welcome back.
Hey, Lena.
And the other one has an area called the Boneyard. And it's literally a frontier town of skeletons. And it's all animatronics. And I mean, it's corny, but it's one of those things. I grew up with it. So it's like, I gotta get on there and I gotta see this. Like there's a house on fire and the skeletons are trying to put it out with the pump station.
The worst train ride that you can ever get on is the one in Animal Kingdom, though.
Animal Kingdom.
There's one in the back, that Rafiki's Planet Watch or whatever it is.
I never got a chance to do that.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Yeah. When we went in 2017, Martine's like, I want to ride the train. I'm like, it's I don't know why. It was just one of those days where I didn't really care to get on the train. And we rode it halfway. And she wanted to ride it. And I'm like, no, let's get off here. The stuff we're going to do is right here. Kind of wish I'd have taken that full lap because when we went back the last time, of course, it's closed. So,
yeah.
Oh, well.
See me, I'm one. I'll sit if I need to sit down and, cool off and whatever in the park, I'll get on a train and just ride it around a couple times.
Yep. Cedar Point has a really good one. Kings Island's got a really nice one too down there. It's called the KI and Miami Railroad. I mean, it's an old. I think it's an old wood-fired one. The one at Cedar Point is coal-fired, and so I mean, and each one's a different. I'm a huge fan of trains anyway, so getting a chance to jump on a train wherever I go. We've got 3 other places in Ohio that have them in it too. All 3 of our biggest zoos have them too. So
yeah.
Hey, Garrett, welcome in, buddy.
Hey, buddy, what's going on? But yeah, I mean, a good train is, you can't pass up a good train in park.
Do you have one at Six Flags?
Yeah, just not open right now. You mean our death machine? Our train likes to skip off, derail itself, and yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, that's
it's kind of scary.
Yeah, doesn't make me want to get down and ride it.
No.
Now the one I want to get on is the kid in me wants to get down to Universal and get on the Hogwarts Express.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, because I've read all the books, I've watched all the movies, and I just want to get down there to see that whole area anyway. Because my oldest son grew up.
Been to Diagon Alley. We've been to Hogsmeade.
Okay.
Back in 2010 when it first opened up, and that was it. I haven't been to Hogsmeade yet, so to Diagon Alley. So,
Kelly, welcome in. Yeah, there was, just like with you, there were so many things that we were going to do this year.
Yeah.
That I wanted to get to. Like, if all this wouldn't have happened, I would have already had my pass upgraded to the Platinum. I would have probably already been to Kings Island, to Carowinds, definitely.
You would have been here.
Yeah. If I'm going to Carowinds, I'm not going to, what is it, 3 more hours?
4 hours to the west.
I want to hit those. Yeah. I wanted to go back to Great Adventure this year.
I did too.
I've not been there since 95.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been a while.
Do all that too, and here I am. All right, here. I'm going to show you why this thing's called the Death Machine, okay?
Okay.
Don't judge me, but it's not my doing. All right, here.
Pictures. Photos from a Fox 5 viewer show a Six Flags train derailment. Six Flags
Oh my!
this afternoon, the train engine left the tracks. The amusement park says cars filled with passengers remained on the track.
Six guests asked to be checked out after getting off of that train. No word on their conditions tonight. We should mention to you that Six Flags tells Fox 5 the train is closed for further inspection. The safety of our guests and employees remains our highest priority.
So they.
You see this?
Oh, wait a minute.
You see that?
Can you make it any bigger?
Uh,
Oh wow!
make it bigger
So-
that way.
It derailed, but the rest of it stayed on the tracks.
You see the wheels, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the train came off the wheels.
Yeah.
Do they realize that just because you put it on the frame, you still have to bolt it on?
Imagine being the poor person who's sitting in here driving the train. They usually have two people in there too. So
What kind of an engine is it?
steam.
Oh, you know what? They're lucky that that thing didn't pop.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty lucky that no one died.
Like, yeah. It came off the front wheels. This is the back wheels here.
Oh.
Yeah. That only 6 people got injured, not 6 people got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Not even more than 6. That thing popped. That thing would have went flying through the park.
Yeah.
It would have been a missile. Taking all those cars with it.
Imagine the next day, Bob. We wound up
where it went down. It would that engine would have went into the office buildings to Six Flags Over Georgia. It would have right into it.
Yeah, imagine the next day. Hey, Bob, we got that train fixed. Get back in there and drive it around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just left the station. That just left the station. Not that far from it, actually. It didn't even make the turn to go to the next station yet. It was right there. It wasn't even. It doesn't even go fast.
Yeah.
So there was no turns, no nothing for where this thing was, and it just boom. It's like the train's like, I'm tired.
Yeah, just like, yep, night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Shoot.
I've seen boiler tanks blow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the final destination moment.
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. They are really lucky that they didn't have a
We're
mask.
on your channel tonight, so I can actually bring this kind of stuff up tonight.
Yeah.
Because if it was on I would not bring this up on mine.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, Mr. Six Flags wouldn't have been talking about a train derailment.
They're my reference. They're a great reference. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Cedar Point just ignores everything I put up. I tag them in everything.
At first, listen, I guarantee somebody from their office watched what you did. I guarantee it. 100% guarantee you that somebody from their media teams watched what you did in their main offices.
Well, and not just that, they probably went back through Twitter. It's like, oh yeah, that's the same guy that ranted and raved or ranted about everything on the opening weekend. Oh, I did too. Well, you seen it? It took 4 tweets to get it out there.
You didn't put anything about that up, really. So, well,
but I didn't. In the video, there was no reason to.
Oh, it was tastefully, so it's fine.
Yeah, but, if you look at the video I made, I mean, I even said it in the video. First weekend or the first time we were there was horrible. And I even said, see, I'll tell you, you know how you talked about Six Flags and they did it right? When we went back that second time, I could not think of any more good things to say about the way that day went.
Yep, exactly. That's
How
how I'm
many-
saying to you. Look, I can tell you right now, there's not many people in that can walk around a theme park and have the park president come up to you and be like, "Hey, Danny. Hey, Jez. How are you?" You know, that knows us by first name. When I was introduced to him, he was like, "Oh, where's the other geek?" You know, like you were one of the two geeks. Where's the other one? You know?
Yeah. So, now you're Danny and Jess.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Oh yeah. Exactly. So to have that as a reference for me, yeah, cool. When we go down south, you know what? Hey, guess what? This is what we did. Here's my reference. You know what? Call Dale. Call Dale and ask him what I done for him.
Yeah. That's, you know, and I even told you, you know, after the fact. Well, I even talked to you on the phone from the park that first day, and I'm like, this is horrible. This is ridiculous. Yeah. And I mean, and then if for people that don't know, I have a video that, well, there's not enough there to really put anything up, but I filmed a week before this video that went up, and I wound up putting all my equipment in a locker and forgot about it for the day because the day was that bad. We were there, and the park was at about
too, though, you know.
Yeah, but the park said, yep. But 7 of 13 15 roller coasters. 2 of them are kiddie roller coasters. I won't count the other 2. But the majority of them were closed. There were 6 coasters down and 6 coasters closed. And the ones that were down, they were up and down all day. So it seemed like every time we got to one, they were back down again. And it's like I finally had enough. Yeah, it was a rough day. Yep.
Exactly. But you should have kept going with it. You should have did something with it.
I went back through that video. I don't have enough usable footage. I mean, a lot of it is just fights, but nothing to really put together and do anything at all with.
What is going
on? Hey,
on?
Jeff, how are you, buddy? Thanks for stopping in.
Buddy, how are you?
We are.
We're pulling out the woodworks tonight, man.
Hey,
shoot.
You know, I was kind of hoping that some people would come in tonight. I mean, it never bothers. It's bothered me one time. I know where you're going with this. We had one night where I was so mad.
You know, we were on your channel, but then you were like,
can't do this.
Do this on yours.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you're hoping for more and you're not used to this, you know what? We've been having a stream this whole time up until the last 10 minutes with 2 and 3 people. You know what? I'm just here to entertain. That's all I'm here for.
It's fine. It is fine. As long as you have somebody in here, that's how we see it. Is you have somebody in here, somebody enjoying what you're doing.
Yep. And not only that, we haven't been going every single week. So hey, I understand.
Like this. Where is this? Let me figure out how to work my phone again here. Hold on. Like, come on, phone. Gallery. So, this is a comment that we got. Okay.
This one pulled at my heartstrings. Yeah, the one about the adult autistic child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
So, like somebody that subscribed to us was like, this is what they said. They were like, we're pleasantly surprised to see you guys had a new video this morning. This was talking about our Gotham City video.
Mm-hmm.
Nick with Nick, their kid was so excited. We were there a couple weeks ago. Sorry, it's just like I'm taking a picture of a screen. It's hard to read, you know. We were there a couple weeks ago. Road Cat Women Whipped, and he loved it. He would live at Six Flags if he could. I made reservations for Friday. Thank you for keeping my 27-year-old autistic son happy on days that we aren't there. Hope to see you guys in the park one day. Thanks again. That's what you do this for.
I agree with you.
Like, I literally know that this kid probably sits there every day. 27-year-old with a son with autism. And I guarantee he sits there every day. And Jess and I make his day, because that's what he loves to do, is go to Six Flags. And if we can bring that positive vibe for, like, you know, having my sister, you know, like you watch what they watch, you know what I mean?
Yep.
For something like that. So now the parents are sitting there letting their son with autism watch our stuff, meaning that we're not a trigger to him. There's nothing in our videos that are going to trigger him in any way. That's awesome. And that alone is more reasons why I'll go out tomorrow, even though there's really nothing in Six Flags to cover anymore for us. But I'll go out and film a new video for him.
Yeah.
You know? Just
Yeah,
because Nick will get happy at the fact that Jess and I made another video.
And like you said, you're at a point where you've filmed almost everything you possibly can film at Six Flags.
I don't know what else I can film in that park, Tony.
So it's one of those things that you're really making a video just to entertain. I mean, because there's nothing else for you to capitalize on with it.
Jonathan, I hear what you're saying, but realistically, Six Flags is only 8 hours away. So if I go to Florida, yeah, I have to do what I have to do for the channel right now. Like, I'll still know that's where I started, yes, but realistically, Nick will enjoy whatever we put out. Realistically,
yeah.
If my Six Flags videos makes him happy, anything I put out will make him happy at this point, as I see it. You know, if I'm reaching out to him, how many other people are we reaching out to? I mean, I have 2,000 subscribers, and you know, I've had people come up to us in the park and be like, "We love everything you put out. Thank you." You know. Yeah, we're still on.
Well, look at you.
I was just telling people about the comment from.
Oh, that lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, that's those are the comments you want to see in your you know, comment box. Thank you, Lena. Yeah, but it needs to, you know, like everything else is coming out with it too, so it needs to go out. There's somebody out there that will like it.
Danny has the list right now, so
the list
now,
and there's only 10 more left that I have to edit and upload. Thank goodness.
that's what happens when you sit on videos for a year and a half. Well, it's been about a year now, hasn't it?
Listen. We've been busy. Okay? We've been doing good things. Jonathan, and that you shall get. Monarch moments, and that you shall get. See? There's somebody that likes Small World as much as it's going to kill me editing that one. Oh, my gosh. All I'm saying is, what is it? Yeah, tomorrow's video. Just appreciate it, please. Just show it love. Please. Please. It killed me.
Annie's favorite, Spaceship Earth.
Oh, God. Monarch Moments, I have the soundtrack playing on loop 24/7. Oh, man.
That's the original song that never ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because once you hear it, it's going to play in your head for days.
So I'm going to tell you right now that there's a part in Spaceship Earth that I have to edit out. Not Spaceship Earth, Carousel of Progress. That I have to edit out because, oh my gosh. So during one of the scenes, it was, attention, our Carousel of Progress riders, please remain seated. You're good. The scene that you're at, you're going to see it one again. Because somebody got up and used the emergency door and went out and basically reset the ride. So we were stuck on the same scene twice.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, you're not getting the unedited version. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
That's B-roll.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Pirate Princess Red. How are you tonight?
Pirate. That version of it will be that. I have to save it for something special. It'll come out sometime. It will. It will. But
yeah,
that was funny.
Oh, I don't know about you, Danny, but I'm just about whipped.
Yeah. Yeah. 2.5 hours here almost. Yeah.
That, and she gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning now. She's not a night shifter anymore.
Yep.
Usually once she gets up, I'm up too. So it's been a long day.
Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, that's okay. I was at work all day, so
I know you were hard at it.
yeah, real hard at it.
I'll be down sometime tomorrow to work on that equipment for you. Inside joke, guys.
That's good because I won't be there.
Well, I could probably get more done that way.
Probably. Oh.
All right, Danny, you've got Spaceship Earth coming out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Yep. Every
morning.
Every day there's one coming out at 10 a.m. Guys, check them out, please. Like, there may be short videos, but it's a lot of work. Just watch them, please. Share them out. Do something.
That, and if you haven't had the chance to check it out, I just put out a video a few days ago of our trip to Cedar Point. I was really happy with it and really proud of the work I put into it. It's quite lengthy, but please go check it out if you haven't already. And I'm pretty sure everybody in here is also subscribed to Danny as well. If you're not, please go subscribe to him as well. And I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. It was great getting back into it, and I hope we can start making our Tuesdays more regular again, as we probably can. But we'll see. Yeah. I mean, it's the world of randomness, so you just never know what's going to happen with us. Like last week, we planned to go. I called him up the night before and said, I'm going to Cedar Point instead. And Lisa, I'm sorry I missed. I missed it today. I just was not able to get a chance to make it in today. I was busy all day today. No, thank you for putting that link up there. And Jeff, yeah, check it out. I mean,
that's a great video.
Yeah, it's only the third one I edited. I spent a lot of time on it, and it's like I said, it's lengthy. But if I'd have cut too much more out, actually, I probably could have cut out some of those fast-moving scenes. But you learn.
You know what? For the first real edit you did,
yeah.
The ones before that, they were build up to this one. They were your practice, and it's you'll find you'll get it. You'll get it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Outside of those two things, I think they were really I think the video is well done, and I think you're going to see a lot of it. Jeff, I know you said you love Cedar Point. It'll give you a chance to kind of look at the park freshly again. The park's still pretty much the same, but yet a lot different, especially this year. A lot different. But as for me, I'm Tony from Phantasmic Chronicles. He is Danny from Two Real Geeks. And we are out of here. Have a great night, everybody.